It seems pretty straightforward that struggling with male validation comes from a space of being consistently invalidated. And as someone who grew up and came of age overweight, I was consistently invalidated by men, which is why I clung to hookup culture. Hookup culture provided this space where for a moment's time, I could feel like I was worthy. That if some random guy wanted to make out with me, it must mean that I am pretty, it must mean that I am thin, that I am societally acceptable for him to engage with. But what happens in hookup culture? You're discarded, it can be ruthless when you come at it from a space of wanting validation. And so it just restarted the cycle over and over again, where I would feel so bad about myself, like, oh wait, maybe, yeah, I am fat and ugly and disgusting, so let me go back out to hookup culture, let me go make out with another random stranger to just feel secure in myself. Very toxic.
Sounds like you up.
So as much as I would like to stop dating, I can't, because frankly, I'm horny. And I feel like casual sex is just not for me because I always leave feeling empty and like I'm not getting enough. So, gotta keep dating.
How's that working out for you?
This is why I stopped dating for an entire year. Before this year, I was dating excessively. I was having sex with pretty much anyone who would validate me, and it was just getting to a point where I had little to no self-worth. All of this stemmed from trying to heal from previous trauma and continuing to attract toxic men into my life. I don't believe in restriction, but at the time, the most toxic part of my life was dating and was surrounding myself with the wrong types of men. For me, I didn't know how long it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be a year, but I definitely needed a reset, and I needed to start loving myself the way that I know I should be.
You lack discipline.
Real men of genius.
Real men of genius.
She started hookup culture because she grew up overweight and unattractive. She looked for validation from men. The more she hooked up with them, the more she felt validated. But after they dumped her, she felt violated and used. So instead of learning it was no good for her, she kept going back to it and got caught up in a vicious cycle of getting pumped and dumped. There is not really a difference between casual sex and dating, because ultimately she is still getting pumped and dumped. She is just using the word dating as a cover-up reason to continue riding the CC. These women keep using validation as a reason to sleep around. The validation from Chads and Tyrones. These women always complain about toxic men, yet they give up everything to these men. Their emotional attachments, their loyalty and their bodies, only to get destroyed by them. Later on in life, they profess to come to a realization it was no good for them. So they settle down with the beta bucks male. Don't fall for this crap, guys.